God, do I love some competition. Well, a bit of time has passed since the release of AMD's 5000 series and NVIDIA's Super line of cards, and it's been a ton of fun to watch, to say the least. Even before these cards were released, AMD and NVIDIA were at each other's throats constantly. It all started with the announcement from AMD about their new 5000 series graphics cards at E3, debuting both the RX 5700 and 5700 XT, boasting the newly designed 7nm RDNA architecture and featuring support for PCIe 4.0. It came out swinging, to say the least. AMD also claimed a boost of 25% performance per clock and 50% improved power consumption with the new generation of GPUs. To be fair, I don't know what that's in comparison to. The only issue that people had with these cards were their price points. The 5700 came in at $380, while the 5700 XT sat around $450. At the time, those prices seemed to go against AMD's mentality of price for performance. Kind of worrying, since the Radeon 7 had both an unnecessarily high price point and fairly low price for performance. Then Nvidia stepped up to bat, and on July 2nd, they announced their new Super line of graphics cards, the 2060 Super, the 2070 Super, and the 2080 Super. Honestly, I'm not a fan of this naming scheme. I think Nvidia has been dropping the ball in terms of their naming scheme with the past couple of generations, but that's besides the point. God, did Nvidia have a vengeance, having the 2060 Super and the 2070 Super come out only a week after this announcement, and 2 days after AMD is supposed to release their GPUs. What an aggressive move, to say the least. Eventually, July 7th rolled around, embargoes were dropped, reviews were released, and the 5000 series was up for sale. But there was something off. The price points of the newly minted 5000 series were dropped. While it's not exactly known why the prices are slashed, there are two prevailing theories. One being that AMD dropped these prices in response to Nvidia's supercards having such a low price tag for their performance. Or number two, and the less likely option, AMD baited Nvidia with the original 5000 series price tag, and after the supercards were announced, AMD then dropped the prices to compete. But I think the former is the more likely option. With all the cards being released now, we have some numbers for performance, and while I won't go over it in detail, I will give you the basic rundown. But as you would expect, the results are fairly predictable. The 2070 Super comes in first place, competing with the performance comparable to a 2080. Then the RX 5700 XT comes in next, trading blows with the original 2070. Followed by the 2060 Super and the RX 5700, being pretty much neck and neck with each other. But it's not all said and done. Nvidia has their 2080 Super that just released, be on the lookout for that video soon, and there are rumors that AMD are hiding more up their sleeve for the future. Sapphire, one of AMD's biggest partners, just registered around a dozen new trademarks, the more notable ones relating to cards by the name of 5600, 5800, and 5900. And yes, this is a rumor, so take it with a grain of salt. That is all for a different day though, and with what we currently have now, who wins? An epic war with several battles must have a victor, and well, it does. The consumer. You and I are the winners. I mean, yes, Nvidia does come out on top, but us buyers have amazing choices at all price points. Everything from a solid low end to a quality high end is here, and you cannot go wrong with any of them. The only thing missing is a true flagship card. But I don't think Nvidia will be touching their current king as of the moment. In addition, AMD has not shown a true flagship since the Fuji days. So pick whatever fits into your budget and run with it. You can't go wrong.